Hello. Welcome to another episode of All Elite with Keeks. I am Keeks, obviously. Um, been an interesting week. August is soon, it's about to be Virgo season. Lion Leos is just about ending. Um, it's an amazing week for AEW fans. It is All In week. All In is this Saturday. They will be out there in the UK, Wembley Stadium, the day after Taylor Swift's concert. So this is definitely going to be a busy weekend. I wish I was feeling a breeze like a few of y'all in y'all states because it's been hot as hell out here in Texas. We've been having the extreme heat alerts and stuff like that. And because of the power grids and stuff like that, we can't have the temperature at a certain degree. So if you ain't got no fan, you're fucked. Okay? You're take baths, take cold showers, stay hydrated, stay cool, stay indoors, keep rotation, keep turning the lights off. Do what you got to do to stay cool in Texas because it's been like 109s and 107s. And if you don't have your windows kind of rolled down, your car be hot. Okay? It's the different type of hot out here. No Nelly, no pun intended. All right, so before we get into the actual AEW stuff, of course, I got to do my pop social news before we get into it. First things first was very, 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 very important. And I'm a bug y'all until voting day. Okay, I'm gonna keep being adamant. Please register to vote and also vote. Presidential election is coming up. The debate is September 10th on ABC, 9 Eastern Time, 8 Central. Of course, I'll be tuning into it. Just see, what each party is talking about. It's a lot of ignorance been spewing on behalf of Kamala Harris. There's so much technology out there for you to not be, not knowing what her policies are. I have been keeping up with it. I've also been keeping up with Donald Trump and saying, if you haven't been keeping up, basically, not too long ago, Donald Trump did disrespect the veterans that fought in, our war veterans as far as like the medals. He's also been very adamant on siding with Israel. Finishing the job. He's also been very adamant that he's going to be punishing people that has been pro-Palestine and also been protesting and against Israel. He's been very adamant on causing so much division and the things that, people been taking and also been skeptical of as far as like Project 2025. And meanwhile, Kamala Harris has been speaking on our economy, which we know that we are still in, they don't say recession, but we're still in an inflation. Groceries is high, housing is high, just different things that's making us survive more than live. And you have to take a risk. Like, we get to the point where you will skip a bill to have fun, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to just be a robot and you don't want to be stagnant in life because you only get one, you know what I'm saying? So she's addressed women's rights. She's also addressed the police brutality and things that we can do to help have policing better in the United States. She's also addressed Border Patrol. She's also addressed several things that people are really concerned about. So, but September 10th is the debate between the two. Again, I'll be watching. All y'all should watch. All y'all should just register to vote because it's not just the president election that's important. It's more of also the Congress and things in your area that is also important. You need to just do your research and see, as far as your city, elections in your state. I'm in a red state, but I'm also in a blue city. I'm in the city of Dallas. We are blue city and in a red state. So it's important to just do your research, vote. I'm always be adamant about that. So whether you like it or not, y'all need to vote. Like, it's important, especially for people of color. Blacks, browns, LGBTQ, women, it will definitely affect us the most if, we don't be the change, if we don't voice change or go in a direction to where it gets us forward. I know people don't trust the government. Everybody has a conspiracy of the government. But it's just a lot of misinformation that's going out there about the government. Like, I'm just a bill, ain't have a cartoon for us to be ignorant, okay? So make sure y'all do that vote. It's important. Do your research. And if you're not intellectually, I'm saying this, I'm saying this so wrong. But if you don't understand different terminology when it comes to policies and your rights and things like that, I don't mind speaking it. I will do it every opening before I get into the show. Okay. If you're confused on certain things or certain things just don't sit right, or why should we do this and this and this, I'll just give my opinion. I'm not telling you on who to vote for, but I'm just telling you to be mindful, because some things can affect if you are friends with people that are Black, if you're friends with people that are brown, if you're friends with some women, or if you have a woman at home and things like that. You have to be mindful of that stuff. You can't be all for equality, and then when it comes down to it, you're voting for things against us. It's been a civil war going on between those that are advocating for pro-Palestine and Black Americans. It's been very, very, very leftist versus Black Americans. It's been very, I hate that it got to this point. It shouldn't have got to this point in the first place, but the last thing Black Americans is going to do is sacrifice what we're trying to do in order to make other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all have to tend to us first. Like, it has to be steps. So just be mindful of that. So that's it for the social part. So let's get on into some pop culture news. Okay. So first things first, I want to get into female rap just for a little bit. I'm not going to take too much time, but now it's been a lot of conversations in regards to female rap, because Ice Spice, Lotto, Sexy Red, they all came out this year with albums, Jay-Z with the mixtape, and they all been under 30K with their sales the first week. And the reason why that is a topic of conversation, because usually any artist that's a rapper, especially female rappers, their first week sales is always up, no matter who it is. It was Lil Kim, and then like Trina, like it was up. And being that we're in the times where, streaming is this, and things that you can say is bare minimum is the bare minimum now. And I'm not going to add Megan Thee Stallion to this conversation, because her album is still on the top 20 Billboard right now. It hasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though it decreased, the number is still stable. Doja Cat's album is still stable. Pink Friday 2 is no longer in the 200 anymore. So, but, Nicki Minaj is Nicki Minaj. There's no replacing her. And I feel like these labels are having a hard time trying to, I don't want to say find another Nicki Minaj, but have another female rapper as impactful as Nicki Minaj. And I've said, as far as like the female rap goes, the issue to me is all of these girls pretty much have the same fans. And when I say these girls, I'm talking about Sexy Red, Lotto, Ice Spice, and Jay-Z. That's why they did under 30K, because they all have the same fans. And what hurt Ice Spice and also Jay-Z is, she said all the time, going against Nicki do cost. It does. It didn't cost it like with the Ice Spice situation, as far as like the text messages was being real. She admitted that it was real, but she was just out of frustration. Of course, the Barbs is going to take that the wrong way. And of course, Nicki is not going to mess with you like that. But they still follow each other on Instagram. But I was looking at that Ice Spice, she commented under Nicki Minaj's Instagram, and Nicki Minaj didn't like the comment at all, but she liked everybody else's. And then JT, if you don't know, apparently a Barb exposed her of using the Barbs and talking about Nikki behind her back. So if Barbs have any type of speculation that you are against their queen, they are not going to support you. So that hurt both Ice Spice and also JT. It proved that most of Ice Spice fans were Barbs. It did prove that. Now Lotto, however, it did good. Like she hit, she was number 15. It just announced today. She was number 15, but she had 29K in sales, and that's just one over Ice Spice of her debut. And y'all know that they got that little beef or whatever. I don't really take it seriously, but again, what hurt Lotto, in my opinion, is going against Nicki Minaj. When she released that voice recording, that did kind of hurt her a lot. Like it did hurt her. And also on the flip side, going against Cardi B also hurts the do anything bitches as Nicki called them. So like going against Nicki and going against Cardi B, it does cost you. It's at that point right now. And because you have to pick a side, it is hurting female rap in general, where they can't be mutual or it will show in their sales. So I feel like it would thrive. Female rap would thrive if Nicki and Cardi was to hash their beef. I'm not saying that they have to be friends. I'm not saying that they have to be buddy or nothing like that. But if they don't hash it, it's gonna always be like that. It's gonna always be a rough patch in female rap because it's not affecting Megan Thee Stallion and it's not affecting Doja Cat. Them two are like they're there. Like between the four, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and Doja Cat, those four, they're there. They're cemented. Like, but the other girls, they're gonna have a hard time because they have to choose a side, and it's kind of messing with them. So that's just my take on female rap. But people are saying that female rap is dying because these girls just can't get over a certain amount of numbers on their first week debut sales. And I'm just like, Sexy Red, she's not talented. She's not. This lip gloss shit is disgusting. Okay? It's disgusting. I hope nobody don't buy it. That's like, it's given that you're encouraging STDs. Like you're encouraging the bad stereotype. And I hope no one don't buy that. Like, and then the way that the lip gloss, the brand, it looks like you can tell it's targeting a certain group of girls, and that's younger girls. I'm not saying teenage girls, but around the 17 and 21-ish. So I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'll be glad when her little whatever this is over because she doing too much. She going too far. But anywho, next up on pop culture, of course, it was announced that Katy Perry is going to be receiving a video Vanguard at the MTV Awards. Shout out to, I guess, Katy Perry or whatever. She did have some videos. I ain't gonna lie, in the 2010s, she did have some cool videos. It was always colorful. It was always pop-ish and bubblegumish and stuff like that. So yeah, she's receiving a video Vanguard. Congrats to her or whatever. If you're into the MTV Awards ain't been popping in a long time, but congrats on that. So that's how you know we get old. And then on sports, Noah Lyles versus Tyreek Hill. They're going to be running a race or whatever. Noah Lyles has been at football players and basketball players. It's like basketball and football players against him. So he challenged him on a race. I think he accepted. One of them trying to say put your money up or something like that. And then it turned into track stars versus football players. And they got kind of nasty a little bit online of the scores because football players was calling them broke. And then the track stars was saying like, y'all are only like football fast. Y'all not track fast. It's the they were saying it's a different type of fast and stuff like that. But whatever. So yeah, that's it with the sports news as far as like football and track. And then also the Fanatics Fest was also this past weekend. It was in New York. It was very successful. They said yesterday that it was, WWE stars was sold out, like their lines. People was seeing the athletes and stuff like that. It just, now it says a lot to me that Anthony Edwards' line was pretty packed and stuff like that. I'm telling you, he's going to be the future face of the NBA. But it was very successful. G.I.G was there in the 40-40 club and stuff like that. It looked like everybody had a good time. You could tell WWE is so desperate trying to, push the stars with the athletes and stuff like that. They do too much. But of course, I expect it to be that way because New Yorkers, they love WWE. New Yorkers really love, like, of course they was going to sell out. Like, if they would have did that in Texas, I don't think it would have got the same effect. Like, in Texas, I like, do that in Texas. Let's see how that goes. Of course, that's going to happen in New York. New York is like WWE Central. But if they was to do that in Texas, it wouldn't have been the same thing. So, that made sense. Y'all, I don't really view New York as a sports state. New York is like the market state, but not as like a bunch of sports fans. Like, if they would have did it in the South or LA, then but it made sense, whatever. So now they're trying to use that as if pro wrestling is just as popular as athletes. And I'm just like, y'all love WWE stars out there. Of course, it's going to sell out. Like, of course, y'all was going to be in line to see them before y'all see, like, Kevin Durant and stuff like that. Y'all love wrestling. But if it was the other way around, like, if they had it in Texas, I don't think it would be the same thing. It wouldn't have been the same type of impact. Especially if it's, like, football stars. So, but that's just my opinion, whatever. But, yeah, so that is it for the social pop culture news. So, again, we are going to get into some things on this episode. The name of this episode is the G.I.G. The G.I.G. The gig is up. We're going to be talking about some things. So, let's get the show started.
Monday night, you know what that means. Yeah. You know what that means. Realest on the grab scene, queen of the enemies, all elite with Keeks. Straight out of Dallas with it, dynamite few, she lit it. Standing on women business, going all out. Let's get it, keep it respectful though. Don't want that brawl out, we just talking fallout, storylines and call outs. Say what's the word, Keeks? I know y'all heard Keeks on air with the facts, not the rumors from dirt sheets. If you's a real collider, then let's ride with her. A real live winner, we going live with her. Yeah. All elite with Keeks, yeah. All elite with Keeks. All elite with Keeks, yeah. All elite with Keeks.
Yes, man, the jig is up. The G.I.G. is up. A lot of things has been the discourse as far as AEW between Lucha Brothers moving a little fugazi and Britt Baker. And then, of course, again, it's all out this weekend. So we're going to get into it today. First, we're going to talk about Lucha Brothers right now. Lucha Brothers moving fugazi. That's what I got it, named. So if you don't know, it was reported that they're not renewing their contracts with AEW and they are supposedly going to WWE. That was the report by Ibu from Wrestle Purist. And then what had happened like 2 days after he made that announcement, and, I was on here last week. I was speaking, I'm going to support them wherever they go. They are one of my favorite tag teams, of course. And then Penta commented under Ibu's post and said that is false. And he said that they are still AEW. And then Ibu made a spaces and said that Penta is lying because he told him that, or either him or I think he said him or Conan, one of them told him that they are going to WWE, and then it caused a controversy because they are still under AEW contract, which that will be tampering on WWE's part if they are signing these guys while they're still under contract, or negotiating contracts while they are still under their AEW contract. Now, it was also reported not too long ago that they are able to keep Rey Fenix under another year because he needs to make up the time when he was injured. They are able to do that. No decision has not been made yet. I gave my opinion on Twitter, which caused another whole argument. People was under my Twitter crying and shit. I gave my opinion and I just said, I just thought about all the people that slick hold Tony Khan when he was just trying to look out for them. We saw it with William Regal. He acted like he was there, and the whole time he was lurking talent for Triple H. And then Jade Cargill did the same thing. She was making it seem like she was still AEW, and the whole time she had plans to go to WWE. Cody Rhodes basically did the same thing too. We thought that he was all elite, of course, because he was one of the VPs, and he ended up jumping ship as well. So all of these people that he thought was going to stick around and stuff like that, they didn't stick around. They was talking to Trips or whoever under the table while they were still under their contracts. And I said it's just time for him to make an example out of somebody. Have him do, fulfill his year that he's been out. Have him do it. People was under there talking about some, no, you don't want to do the same thing, blase, blase. He's been the bigger person all the time. At some point, you got to stop being the bigger person, because I realize, I'm like, you know what? Wrestlers don't deserve good things. They's just as much as assholes as these promoters. Some wrestlers don't deserve good things. And then I realized, I'm like, wrestling in general don't deserve Tony Khan, because he's trying to do right by everybody. He's trying to do right and fulfill what, they are valued, just for them to take advantage of that and do what they want to do. I'm not trying to sound tribalistic here, but you have this company that is under investigation, because it's not just Vince, it's the company that's under investigation. It's people that don't come out and, explain how they run things and explain how Vince run things, but they still end up going back. And that's why I was just like, some of these wrestlers got daddy issues. They'd rather be under a dictatorship. They love a dictatorship. They need that dictatorship because they ain't had no daddy. They ain't had no daddies in their life, so they like that dictatorship prior to somebody that is really trying to look out for them, like, you deserve this. If you feel like you deserve this, okay, fine. If you want to do this, that's fine. Like, trying to be nice, because he's not a confrontational person. And then you have people complaining, saying Tony Khan needs to be a boss. And then when it's an opportunity for him to be a boss, like y'all are explaining for him to be, then them same individuals are like, no, he doesn't need to do that. Like, how many times this man got to get kicked in the head for him to realize that some of these wrestlers just not for the greater good? A lot of these wrestlers are toxic, and a lot of these wrestlers don't deserve good things. They don't. Because we see the same people that swear up and down that they hate Vince, but as soon as Vince called, they there. Cody. So it's weird. So all I'm saying is, I mean, he gonna do what he want to do. If he, he don't want to be in that same stereotype, like, I don't want to do what I've been, I be bashing them for. That's totally fine. But at some point, something's got to give, because if he keeps allowing this to happen, it's going to keep happening. Like, you can't say, because wrestlers lie just as much as these bookers lie too. They could tell you to your face, I want to be here, and the whole time they're only there because they keep getting rejected. by where they really want to go. Like, I don't know how many, like, wrestlers are just weird like that. This is the only industry that they, like I said, it's been built off of toxicity for so long. That's all they fucking know. Like, any type of barrier or change or something in a positive light that somebody is trying to do, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, this industry don't deserve a promoter like Tony Khan. They don't. They don't want somebody like Tony Khan. They want a dictatorship. They want to be slapped around. They want to be told what to do. A lot of these wrestlers have daddy issues at their big age. That's what I realized. I'm like, y'all really have daddy issues. Because at the end, exactly, WWE is the dream, regardless. It's the dream for a lot of people. I mean, they've been here for almost 50 years now. They are the dream. Even if they feel like they're not going to main event a WrestleMania or even be booked for a WrestleMania or even be in catering all the time, they still would jump ship. You know, that's crazy to me. But hey, I'm not a wrestler. I don't know, but I realize a lot of these wrestlers just don't deserve good things. They want to get pushed over. They want to get told what to do. They want that. That's what they want. The shit is sad. Like, you got somebody that's a millennial, because he's only 41 years old. He owns AEW, and he's trying to look out for and make things right for the wrestling business. And they make it harder for him because he got to worry about the media being paid off by WWE, and then certain places for him to book AEW, he got to worry about those people not taking because they got a partnership with this dude. Like, he already got to worry about this, and then on top of, you got to worry about wrestlers, you know, having their own agenda. I think the worst one that kind of hurt him the most was William Regal and also Cody Rhodes. Like, that too, that hurt him. Especially William Regal. Like, he thought that William Regal was all elite, and the whole time William Regal was just he on the phone like, bro, it's a wrestler here by the name of such and such, such and such. He's really, bro, like, I'm gonna talk to him for you. Doing dirty stuff. And then Jay Cargill did an interview literally a week and said, no, she's here to stay at AEW, just to turn around and we see her show up. You know what I'm saying? So I would really hate this stuff right here will make a good person turn evil. Because yes, he did that. He was doing that. That's how they end up getting what's the name son? Them people in that NXT. He was doing that. So at one point, he's going to end up snapping. He's going to end up making an example out of some of these wrestlers. Me personally, I would bid. I'm like, you know what? You was injured and you was out. You're going to have to make time up for this since you want to jump ship like that. You're not about to jump ship like that. I'm not about to give you the gratitude right now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Lucha Brothers, I get that you have things that you want to fulfill. That's cool. It's just a way to do it. You know what I'm saying? But again, wrestlers gonna do what they want to do. And as long as this keep happening to at AEW, it's gonna continue. And then at one point, with stuff like this, I'm starting to kind of understand why Vince did the things the way that he did it when it comes to wrestlers being signed and released. I understand it now because some of these wrestlers just don't deserve good things. You give them an inch, they take a whole mile. You get them a little bit creative control, they turn into whole They turned him to Hogan. That's all I'm saying. Some of them just don't deserve it. I understand why Kenny Omega said half of these people wouldn't have been hired if it was up to him. I understand it now. My issue too is not everyone is going to be booked as well as Cody. No, they not. And Cody ain't even booked well. Cody is he's the money maker. Like he's the they're just making money off of him. You think they want him like that? No, they don't. They don't. The bloodline already about to overshadow this man's reign. Roman Reigns just came back and it's already. If you get down to it, y'all, the demos since Cody's been champion, it ain't been the same since Roman ain't been there. Roman came back in that SmackDown, it went right back up. That shit is about to be overshadowed by this man. Now, he does have fans because he was one of the ones that was sold out. The kids love him. The kids do love Cody, so I can't say that it doesn't correlate. But as far as like the viewership wise, it's the same like as I said with MJF when he was a title, like viewership wise, and that it's not matching. Okay, but I ain't saying that he ain't got fans because he obviously do. Them little kids be crying like he Michael Jackson or something. Cody will leave under crazy circumstance and go back to the. Listen, when they take that belt off of him, that's when the shit will start. That's when shit will start. That's when Triple H will be like, now we can have some fun. We can have some fun around here now. Time's up. Time's up. Like I keep saying, that man ain't forgot all of that shit you was saying before you got back to the D. Triple H is a very spiteful guy. He's a calculated, spiteful guy. He ain't gonna get you now, but he gonna get you later. But yeah, that's what I think the man should do. All right, now let's get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, so coming up on All In. And at first we was looking forward to this match, but it's lackluster. Britt Baker versus Mercedes Moné. It's time to talk about it. Now, I said on Twitter, and I said it when I was on Lyric's show, and that was like a month and a half ago. I was on Lyric's show, and I said word for word, and it happened. I said, Britt Baker has main character syndrome. And because she has that, it's not going to go how it's supposed to go. When you have an actual mean girl versus another lady that's not going to tolerate your shit, it's going to clash. Now, Mercedes is doing everything she can. Did like a few of her promos, like one promo, it was a little bit yes, but then she ended up making up for it. She's fixing it little by little, but it's only so much that she can work with. Let me tell you what I saw Wednesday. Now the match with her and Sheeta, chef's kiss. I wish it was longer. But let's talk about after what happened. Britt Baker comes out, stands there, do her, takes her time to get to the ring. It's like, are you trying to purposely sabotage this angle? What is wrong with you? Now, I know she was suspended Yeah, that was crazy. I know she was suspended or whatever because of the MJF thing, because it's real beef or whatever between the girlfriend and him or whatever. But that has nothing to do with Mercedes. And I'm saying this is happening because, again, she has main character syndrome. This is a lady that definitely has main character syndrome. We're not in 2019 anymore. We are not in 2020 anymore, where you were the only one that knew how to be on TV and knew how to cut a promo. We're not in those times anymore. Women's business, AEW Women's Division has been in their best light ever. All the ladies stepped up, and they have been literally, this division has been great. Everybody has played their part in making sure that this division is great. This match, this build-up could have been the potential, like, okay, finally, like, we got something. Like we got something. Because, again, Britt Baker is good on the mic. Mercedes is good with her antics. It was going to work. However, when you have somebody that is so in her head and so egotistic and feel like everybody should revolve around her, it's going to clash, because you're not going to run over Mercedes. Mercedes is outspoken. Mercedes will speak her mind. She can read what's going on. She did her absolute best to try to make that angle a little bit believable. But it's hard to do that if somebody is being a bitch, because that's what you're acting like. The build of this match has not been good. And it's not been good, and it's not even Mercedes' fault. But for some reason online, people are giving Britt Baker grace and still giving Mercedes hell. Talking about, I still don't believe it. She's not making it believable. She is a heel. She shouldn't make you believe anything. The babyface should make it believable, and she's not doing much. But people are still giving her grace. And the only people that's giving Britt Baker grace is those people that already didn't like Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné from the start. I always say the reason why people don't like Mercedes is because y'all cannot fathom a woman of color being confident, passionate, and great at what she does. She talks it and she can do it and deliver it. And y'all don't like that. Y'all want women of color to stay in their place. Y'all don't like that. I saw one like, no, it's not about that. Yes, it is about that, because you can't, like, if you ask somebody why they don't like Mercedes, they're going to always either say her attitude or some other bullshit. And I guarantee you it has nothing to do with her wrestling. But they MJF fans. You see the hypocrisy in that? Like, how do you like MJF, but you don't like Mercedes? And then you're talking about because Mercedes have a bad attitude. And meanwhile, this man purposely does racial things to get a pop. I don't know what her problem is, but she needs to go home or something. I don't know. Maybe you need to be a full-time dentist, because you're getting a little bit beside yourself and you're hurting the division when you start doing stuff like this. You're one of the quote-unquote pillars of the women's division because you were day one. And when you start acting like this, it reflects all the ladies in the locker room, because that's how people view women wrestling. Respect is earned, not given. Nobody should respect you because you're day one. You earn that shit. And your behavior and being reluctant and being nonchalant and doing your own thing, and you're messing it up. Mercedes is one of the best women's wrestlers in this generation. Correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it your idea to get her here? So why is you acting like that? Like, why do you feel like you have to be the only superstar? Why do you feel some type of way that it's more than one superstar? It was reports the other day on Fightful that it said that her and Jamie Hayter had an issue with each other. You the problem. Thunder Rosa came back and is on. She's been doing her 1-2s. She's been in a better space. You are the problem. The world does not revolve around you. This mean girl shit that you're doing in the locker room and stuff like that, it's affecting everybody. You're going to affect the women's division. If you're not trying to get it right, step aside. Because AEW women's division was doing really good without you. And they can continue to do really good without you. When you came back, we was just like, okay, maybe maybe she on her best element. But ain't nothing changed. Your in-ring work ain't changed. Your attitude ain't changed. Nothing has changed. Nothing has progressed. If this match I don't even have high faith of this match. I don't even think this match is going to deliver. Because you have an opponent that's not focused, and you have an opponent that's in her feelings. And if the match do good, I'm going to give my kudos to Mercedes. But I hate this for Mercedes. Mercedes about to be at All In. This is her first All In match. This is very unfortunate to her. And it's selfish on her part. This is selfish. Wrestling is a song and a dance. It's not about you. This is about women's wrestling. This is about getting to this point. So if if Britt Baker lose, sit her out or something. Like go home. Go home and fix it. Go home and fix it. Cause you messing it up. You really are. Like, that was what I saw Wednesday. That was nasty. Was she supposed to like run in? No, she took her time. She took her natural time. And you could tell by Mercedes' face, like, she was confused. Like, that's not what we rehearsed. I don't know. The DMD need the HOME or something. DMD need to go back to the DE. She need to do something. Shit, if it was gonna be like this, I'd rather it be Mercedes versus Soraya. If you was gonna act like this, they should have just stuck with Mercedes versus Sheeta. I don't know who you think you is. You need to calm down. Whatever you got going on in your personal life, you need to fix it or something. You need to not bring it with you in the work. That's one of the work rules. Everybody knows that. Whatever you got going on in your personal life, don't bring it to the job. Legit question: has Britt evolved at all since she got signed in 2019? Yes, she, as far as being on TV, knowing how to be on TV, knowing her angles, know her cues, and knowing how to talk, yes. That's the only thing that she evolved in. But other than that, no. Because Mercedes is a great wrestler. Once the bell rang, AEW fans are in-ring people. We love in-ring. Like, we good with the antics. We good with the with the promos. We good with the builds. But once the bell rings, because the bell has to ring, that also has to deliver as much as the other shit. This is not WWE fans. We're not WWE fans. Like, Britt Baker could get away with this over there. But you're not going to get away with that stuff over here because we like in-ring wrestling. So I'm just curious on how this is going to go on Sunday. I'm curious because I really don't have too much faith in this match anymore because of how she's been acting. And it's very unfortunate to Mercedes. Mercedes is in good spirits. She's happy. She's been promoting it. She's been doing her job. And then she got to work with somebody that's in her feelings, or, like I said, got main character syndrome, mean girl. Some got to give. We need to see a miracle. A miracle needs to happen this week. You got to shut us up. You got to show us something. You got to give something. Whatever you got going on, that's over with. All of this, the feeling like you was needed and stuff like that, and that's over with. It's time to be a team player. That's what the elite stands for. They were team players. Even though they are the stars, they were still team players. You have to be a team player. It's not all about you anymore. It's a lot of talented women out there now. It's a lot of talented women that stepped up. Anna Jay is in Japan getting better. Like, it's passionate girls now. They want to get better. They're better. You got to step it up, or you're going to get lost. Go home with that shit. I really think she just needs to go home after this match. Send her home. Book you some appointments or something. I don't know, but you got to fix that attitude. Because it ain't helping nobody. It's hurting. You got my girl looking like a scrub out there. I don't like it. Because Mercedes is not a scrub. Far from it. This is a 4-horse woman. One of the 4-horse women. She is one of the foundations of breaking those barriers to make women's wrestling competitive again. How dare you? Show some respect. The fuck? About to make me mad. Don't do her like that. She doing us a service. She ain't have to come back. They wanted her back in the East. She ain't have to go. She came here. She want to see what was up over here. What's wrong with you? It should have been Mercedes versus she. Sheeta wouldn't have acted like that. Sheeta wouldn't have acted like that. Willow wouldn't acting like that. Chris Statlander wouldn't have acted like that. Toni Storm wouldn't have acted like that. Mariah wouldn't have acted like that. It's so many women back there that wouldn't have. It's so many women that wish that they was booked on the main card for All In, and then you want to act like that. Y'all saw that match against her and Harley? Harley barely started wrestling and looked better than her. Y'all better get y'all DMD. Y'all better get y'all DMD. Okay? Fix their attitude. My producer said, okay, it's time to move on. All right, so of course, all in is this Sunday. Okay. The cards have came out. I think they're not done. I think supposedly they're probably adding one more buy-in, either one or two more buy-ins, and probably one more on the main card. But so far, it's a decent card. I can't be mad at the card. It's a little bit better than last year. It's very decent. The big match of the night is, of course, the possibly Bryan Danielson's last match is Swerve versus Bryan Danielson, main eventing. The angle Wednesday between Swerve and Danielson was great. And I said it on Twitter. I'm just like, I wouldn't be surprised if Swerve get that number one PWI. He's been a great champion. But this could possibly be the end of Danielson. Who knows? We'll see. But I am looking forward to this match. They have built this matchup. Like they did it really good for the short period of time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this match. I'm mixed. I'm not choosing on who to win or who not to win. I'm not going to do no agendas because I want to fully enjoy All In, because that's the problem with AEW fans. It's just too many people keep on having these fantasy bookings in their mind, and it's messing up the vibe and just enjoying what you're looking at. So I'm just going to enjoy it. I'll see where it goes from there, but I'm very curious. I'm very eager to see how this will end. Also, you have let's see who else you got. MJF versus Will Ospreay. I don't care for that man. I hope Will Ospreay beat his ass. That's that. He has been a very lackluster champion. He showed do know how to ruin the prestige of what a title means, because he's messing it up. Orange Cassidy did not work hard to put that championship, basically the AEW International Championship. He didn't work that hard for this man to come in and put an American flag on there and have a American gimmick or whatever the fuck he doing. I don't know, but I hope Will Ospreay gets the belt back or whatever. Wednesday's ending was one of those where I stepped back down, man. Swerve presentation as yes, it has. His presentation as a champion, whether you like him or not, has been great. Like he has the total package. But yeah, you got this match, y'all. He's calling it the American Championship. We know it's the International Championship. I don't want to look at his face no more. And then you have Toni Storm versus Mariah May for the AEW Women's Championship. I'm eager to see how that will be. I feel like we might get a new women's champion. I feel like Mariah May might win that belt, y'all. I have a feeling she might win that belt. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the new champion, y'all. I feel like she's going to win it. Toni Storm do deserve a break, though. But I feel like Mariah May might win that championship, y'all. So we'll see. We'll see. Who else on there? You have the ladder match, the tag team match, the Acclaimed, FTR, Young Bucks. People did not want this match. I was one of the ones, but I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that it won't deliver, because we know it will deliver. It's just kind of annoying that we're at this point, but moves have been made in ROH, so we could tell that they are going to bring a couple of those guys to the main card for the tag team division, because AEW tags it like we can never have two things that match. Like the AEW women's division is at a great, like the greatest it's ever been. But the sacrifice we had to sacrifice the tag team division. We can never have two things that match. Because when the tag team division is on top, the women is not. I don't know. But I like that sacrifice. So I like seeing the women on top. That's just me. But yeah, I don't know who win this. They might fuck around and give it to the Acclaim. No, they might give it. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see how this goes. I don't know where this will go. I feel like Young Bucks is not winning because it's kind of hinted that their schedule is now about to be a little bit part-time-ish. So it might be FTR, y'all. We might see FTR get the Bills back. They better be transitional. I don't know. Yeah, it might be FT Hogan. And then they have another match. It's the ladder match with the trios. It was the Patriarchy versus the Bang Bang Gang versus House of Black and versus the Mystery Trios. I don't know who y'all think the Mystery Trios is. Is it Private Party and Scorpio Sky? Because you know we saw that hookup. Or is it the Top Flight? Because you know they have a third person. So we'll see. We don't know. We don't know who'll be on the London ladder match. Who else? It's the gauntlet match. I like their gauntlet match. It's very fun. We know so far Orange Cassidy is in it. Oh, that is a good guess. BCC. I did not think of them. Moxley returns. I did not. I did. That makes sense. We do have that gauntlet match though. Orange Cassidy is of course in it. I mean, you can't book AEW pay-per-view without Orange Cassidy. Like Orange Cassidy has to be booked. Like you cannot not book Orange Cassidy. Okay, but Casino Gauntlet match for the Guaranteed World Title shot. We don't know who all is in it, but we already know that Orange Cassidy is in it. He did win on Dynamite to get the spot. So we'll see who all else is in that match. I can't wait to see that. Of course, I feel like the match of the night though will be Darby Allin versus Jack Perry. Like I feel like the Young Lions, Jack Perry is going, have his redo at the AEW All In because that bullshit happened last year. And I feel like he's going to have a redo. And this is going to be a great match. And if you didn't see today, but Jack Perry made his own belt. Like, that was so badass. We're not accepting no new fans, too. No new Jack Perry fans. No new ones. You switched. We ain't accepting it. I'm not accepting no more application for new Jack Perry fans. Play the song real quick.
Jack Perry, your bitch is too bad. Your dick is too big. Your aura is too powerful. You do everything too well. Your hair is too gorgeous. I'm in love with you, biggest of bros. I am a jack off.
Respect the scapegoat. Okay. I feel like they're going to steal the show, though. The coffin match is going to steal the show. It might be match of the night. Who knows? The two pillars, the two favorite pillars. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. Darby Allin, you sicko. Like, from getting hit by a bus, breaking his nose, ankle was this way, and he's booked for All In. Meanwhile, Eddie Kingston is still on the couch. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. He's not human. Darby Allin shouldn't be wrestling right now. But he is. Like, we saw that x-ray of his foot.
Ugh. Brother, ugh.
We saw it. His foot was doing this. And here he is in the same pink jacket. That man had a pink jacket on in the daytime out here in Texas at the Rangers game. I just know he was musty. Oh, that would be badass. Do you see Ricochet or Bobby Lashley at the? No, I don't. The only surprises I feel like what happened is Adam Cole will probably return, or Jay White will probably return, because y'all know Jay White have a mild injury, but they're saying that he's basically good to go again. We might get like some AEW returns, but I don't think we'll get like a Ricochet or Bobby Lashley at AEW All In. I'm not even gonna hold my breath on none of that stuff, but I just feel like the only returns that will probably happen is Adam Cole or Jay White or Trent Beretta, or somebody like that. I just feel like it's like returns within us, like Takeshita or something like that, or Moxley with the BCC. That's what I feel like we're just gonna get some of those returns. And then also we have the buy-in. So far, the only buy-in that was announced was Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander. Willow Ishii versus Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway. I was at the Collision when they announced that match. So that's the only 0 hour buy-in that we have so far. I'm curious to see the other buy-ins and stuff like that, 0 hours. Somebody also made a prediction that it will be Death Triangles, I guess, but I don't think Lucha Brothers to be there. I'm not sure with the whole situation. Who knows? But yeah, I'm not expecting no ex-signed WWE to be there. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a New Japan there or something like that, but I don't see no Bobby Lashley there. I just don't see it. Oh yeah. I ain't Jericho versus Hook. That's Sunday. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got for it. That's all I got. Jericho versus Hook. We're not looking forward to it. But you need a break. We do need a potty break. So okay. But yeah, so yes. Match picks the stipulation for their match at All Out. Yes, because Chris Statlander versus Willow will be at All Out, which will be the following week as well. So yeah, you're right, Cujo. Thank you, Cujo, for that. Yeah, so again, All In, I'm sorry, not All Out, All In. I said Saturday, early beginning of the show. I meant to say Sunday. I'm sorry, y'all. But All In is this Sunday. It's going down. Pay the little 50, you know what I'm saying? We've been paying the 50 or whatever. Now, if you don't want to pay the 50, let me know. I'm charging 20. Okay? I will share my stuff, but I can't share it to a lot of people because, like, if there's so many people that's logged in on it, then. But yeah. But if you want to look at it and you ain't got the 50, holler at me. You can DM me. I'm only charging 20, okay? I'm charging $20. But also, before we get out of here, y'all know that they announced the All In Texas next year on July 12th at the Global Life Field. That is the Rangers Stadium. Their girl will be there. Be there or be square. Now, Texas Rangers Stadium is closed in and it also kind of opens up. But it's still hot around that time. July in Texas, it is hot. So make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you wear something like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could be a little cool in and stuff like that. We call it the Y'all In. It's not All In. It's Y'all In Texas. Y'all In Saturday, July 12th. I will be there. I can't wait. I'm excited. They did it just for me. Thank you, Victor, for the $2. I know that's right. Got $2. You know what I'm saying? $2. Last $2. I know that's right. But yeah, so Y'all In is Saturday, July 12th. I got some, if you're planning on coming, if you are, you want to be a part of the nightlife, you know what I'm saying? You want, Dallas nightlife and stuff like that, stay in North Dallas downtown area. But if you want to stay closer to the stadiums, then stay in Arlington. Arlington do got a nightlife too. Okay, because it's closer, that where the stadiums or stuff is at, it's kind of closer to UTA. So it's a lot of things in the college area, stuff like that, if you are into the nightlife. But if you're trying to go like Deep Ellum and stuff like that, Arlington to Dallas is up to like a 20-minute, 30-minute drive. So if you're trying to stay closer to the stadium, stay in Arlington. If you're trying to be in between, stay in Irving, Texas. If you're trying to stay in Dallas nightlife, North Dallas, downtown Dallas. But don't ask me because you stay with me, because it's gonna be no. It's gonna be a hell no. No, you cannot. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No ham. No turkey. Now, I will be generous and be like, if you want to ride with me, I don't mind that, but I do charge for gas. I don't do nothing for free. You're going to be putting in on some gas because gas is high. You're going to give me some gas money. I'm not doing nothing for free. Okay? Nothing for free. Now, if you be like, if you give me her and I got you when we go inside, like if you want to drink or something, I'm going to hold you to it and I'm going to walk you to it. I want this and this and this. Okay? I have a Nissan. I don't have a big car, but I do have a Nissan. I can fit a good 4 people. Okay, 4. That's all I can do. So that's just my advice. So if you want to stay near the stadium, stay in Arlington. If you want to stay in between, stay in Irving. And if you want the Dallas nightlife, Deep Ellum and all of that, stay in Dallas, North Dallas. Okay. I'm here to help. I'm trying to get together with those that's in Wrestle Purists and willing them, trying to see if, we could do something for the AEW fans that's coming out here, have like a little party or something like that on that Friday. Just have a good time out here. Because this is like our WrestleMania type shit. And I don't want it to be like WrestleMania because WrestleMania kind of boring to me. Like when I went, it was boring. So we're going to figure it out. Just stay on the lookout. Follow me on Twitter. What he say? Uber Keeks. Oh, I was told don't give no fucking rides. Okay. Never mind. I can't give no rides. He just texted me and said don't play with him. But so no rides, I'm sorry. Well, unless you like Lyric or somebody or my friends, but sorry. I can't help you. Now, if you need some extra stuff, you know where to find me, okay? Just let me know. But yeah, if you're trying to look at All In or whatever and you don't have a 50, just let me know. I can't give it to a bunch of people, just only a limited people because, Bleacher Report kind of be on. Well, they're not as bad as what's the name, but Bleacher Report, like, it can't be too many people on one account. So let me know. I'll help you out. Announcements, of course, I will do the All In recap on Monday. So make sure you subscribe and like Public Enemy's page. Wednesday, make sure you tune in to Public Enemies. They cover everything AEW, WWE, TNA, or whatever news that's news. So make sure you subscribe to them and hit the notification for them for on Thursday. I'm sorry, not Wednesdays. They used to do Wednesday, but they on Thursdays now. So Thursdays, make sure you tune in to Public Enemies. But again, next Monday I will do the All In recap. Now the following Monday I will be out of town, so I will not be able to do my show. But I should be back in time for the All Out recap. So so make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you guys for another tune in tonight. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay hydrated. Be safe out there. The monkey pox is out there, so you might want to put your mask back on because I've seen how that looked. They might want to take those people to the woods. Okay, probably want to put them out their misery. I'm not trying to be mean, but they might need to take them to the woods because that looks nasty. That looks nasty. So y'all just be safe. Make sure you wash your hands, get hand sanitizer. Like I still have my mask on at work. So just be careful out there because people are dirty and people are nasty. Okay. Take care of your mentals. Be safe and hit my getaway music.
First of all, there's no such thing as white collar crime. And there's definitely no such thing as black on black crime. Crime is crime. Let me explain something to you. I don't care if you have a white collar or a tank top. If you rob me, I'm gonna whoop your ass.